So I have been warned about this thing before I've even started it. I've been actually really excited about trying it because I've heard so many people say, be careful, it's dangerous. And it's Leffe Rituel 9. I don't know if it's 9 degrees or 9, but it's got a degree sign above it. But from what I look at, it looks an absolutely beautiful beer. I've heard that it's not like the other Leffes, that it's a bit more lighter as well. So I'm kind of struggling to know how that's going to be lighter compared to other versions of the beers, because this one's actually stronger. So let me just check out what actual ABV this thing is. Yeah, okay, so it's 9 degrees, and that's probably why it's got that name. So did I say 9 degrees? It's 9%, so that's probably what it's called 9 degrees for. So we're going to crack this open and get started. This little tab thing, I've broke it this time. So this little tab thing opens and lets you get inside. So the nice thing about this Perfect Draft machine is this. So pretty much anything that you have, it's not essential to wash this, but I would wash it every time anyway. But you can see there that this goes down through it, and basically no part of this machine actually touches the live beer. It's all done inside this. So because we can kind of thread it all in, so we'll just thread it in, and then push this down in and just wait for that click. So here's the little click. Right, so let's put this thing inside the machine, get it cracked up. And I must say, this is probably like the highlight of my month. Every month is grabbing one of these new kind of kegs and sticking it inside this machine, giving it a bit of a try. Didn't expect me to enjoy them as much, but definitely do. So take off a little lid off the top. So this is a pretty important thing. So just making sure that we click this in. Not that you guys need a bit of a demonstration on this, because I'm sure you're all absolute pros at this by this stage, but just click, listen for it. Okay, that's nicely clicked. So let's get this into the machine. So we're gonna stick it inside the machine. This is my little second camera for today. Right, so that's it in. You click down. Okay, and then close these up. Doors of truth, doors in, and we're going to switch this on. We are at, let's see what temperature we're at. Oh, it says 16. That's never good. Right, so what I want to do, why this thing's kind of bringing itself down in temperature, it's already at 10 degrees, getting excited, but we're going to use these things here. This is probably one of the nicest pieces of pork that you can get onto the Weber out the back. Have that kind of like reducing down for the next lot of hours, and then have it with this beer and test it out. Okay, so it seems that time. So top tip, which isn't my tip, it's someone else's, is to use a frozen glass. So I've frozen this to buggery, and apparently that stops you getting as big a head whenever you go to pour your first pint. So I'm gonna give this a try. Okay, so here we go. This is the first one. So we're gonna give it a try. I love that sound. And we'll stop about there. So, I don't know, maybe you guys can kind of give me a bit more of a tip on this, but every time I seem to pour anything off this PD, the first one's always like kind of like a write-off that you wait for it to happen, but I don't mind. So I'll explain what I'm seeing at the minute. So let me see. It's very amber looking. It's kind of like an off-white head. The bubbles look really creamy and frothy, which is nice. And let's bring it over and give it a wee sample. Okay, so let's give this a little look. So definitely it's a lovely color. It doesn't smell the way I thought it was going to. I thought this would have been like really strong, like in some of the Lidl shops over here in Northern Ireland. I've bought some of these kind of like Belgian beers, and they're really very strong and rich, and like the aroma is really overpowering. You have to kind of sip your way through them. So from the smell of this, I'm thinking this is probably going to be easier to drink than a lot of other Belgian beers, including the other Leffe range. So I'll give this a try here and see how it goes, even though it's got quite a big massive head on it. Massive head. Okay, so I'm going to give it a taste now. What's different? Oh, it's hard to explain. So it's sweet. It's like kind of medium sweet, and okay, so it's medium sweet. You can taste the yeast in it. You can taste the fruitiness of it as well. It's definitely a very sweet, fruity kind of flavour. And then it's got this lovely aftertaste aroma that's still sitting on the back of my throat right now. So like, that's a fantastic little drink. And then the elephant in the room is that it's 9%. So it's a fantastic little drink. It doesn't feel or taste like or smell like it's 9%, but just need to be careful with these things. I'm sure there's a lot of people who have got really carried away with these because one, it's nice and cool, tastes well. And then within a matter of like maybe a pint or two, their head's spinning, baby. My head is spinning, baby. My feet don't touch the ground. That's what they'll be saying whenever they're drinking this, because that could be pretty cheeky. So I got this as a short date keg, and it was my brother told me that I absolutely had to try it. There's other kegs that I had in front of this, like the Tiny Rebel. There was other things in the IPAs and things like that I absolutely want to have way before I would try out any of these kind of Belgian beers, but I'm really glad that I'm trying this. Well, it's light. It's definitely light. It's nowhere near what you would expect a Belgian beer to be like. The one thing I'm gonna say about this is that this probably does not need food. So even though I've got the barbecue smoking out the back here with some pork belly ready to go in, I don't think this is gonna need any food. This is actually a drink that you could easily have on its own and just enjoy. It doesn't need meats to bring out its flavors or anything like that. It's definitely got everything there that you can taste. Okay, so I've been really trying hard to try and taste fruits and flavors in these beers, mainly because so many other people can appreciate them and I can't, so I'm trying my best. So I'm gonna tell you what I smell. So there's vanilla in there, definitely vanilla, and apples. So like, I'm actually doing some pork belly on the barbecue, and I know that pork and apple go really well together, so I'm actually thinking that that's kind of a really good fit for a beer, even though it doesn't need meat to go with it. This is probably gonna work well with it. Okay, so I've went on their website just to see what other people are reviewing this as, and I'm just gonna go down through some of the reviews that people have given it. So let me see, some of these are in. So here's a review. Pours slightly hazy with copper brown color and a medium to large size thick creamy off-white head. Wow, what a description, wordsmith. Aromas of bananas and cloves. I didn't get a banana in it, definitely not, but cloves, I could maybe come in with a clove. Caramel, yes. Brown bread, I don't know. Yeah, well, actually, I suppose with the yeastiness of it, you could say brown bread, but like, what a way to put that. Taste is more of bananas and cloves, brown bread, brown sugar, added hints of vanilla. Yes, I got the vanilla. Spice and a little warming alcohol. Actually, for it being 90%, I don't get the warming alcohol. With a lovely, smooth, sticky mouthfeel. Your mouth being sticky is never a good thing, and I would never actually put that into words, but this guy did. Okay, it's the same characteristics of the Leffe Blonde and Brune, but on steroids. It is as good as, if not better than I'd ever hoped for. A little sweet on the side, but overall a great tasty beer. Yeah, like, so from what I've tasted on this, it's light. It's not gonna blow your, well, it is gonna blow your brains out. That's the thing with it, is that this will actually blow your brains out. If you were to drink pints of this and you're a bit of a lightweight like me, this would actually put you on your back. You would wake up very angry the next day, fall out with a wife, probably punch a kid, probably throw a kid down the stairs. That's the type of drink that this will be. So just need to be really, really careful on it. So I'm gonna make this with some pork belly outside, see how it goes with a little bit of meat, and that's the end of the review. So thanks guys for watching. Again, appreciate you just watching these videos. Right, so we're gonna take these little pieces of pork belly and just set them on here. Look at that already. Right, okay, so thank you so much for making it this far. It was a long video, I apologise. The smell of this right now is fantastic, there's no doubt about it. I'm really happy that I made this pork belly. I know it's going to taste really good with this. The caramel, the sweetness, the yeast, that's just such a great drink. It can go on its own, it does not need food, but whenever you have a nice little piece of pork belly like this, why wouldn't you? Oh, the taste of this with this, they're just fantastic. So if you can, you've already got this inside your perfect draft machine, do yourself a favor, go and find some sort of pork from anywhere in the country and just pair them both together, and I would near enough guarantee you that you're going to be a very happy person. But remember, be careful, they're really strong, and I'll see you on the next keg.